only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will get the first crack at it here. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend. But the last time these two played together, you can make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that being there as a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slip?
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys. And they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Ohio State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. On the run, still looking. He'll get rid of it. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Back to pass, it's Knight. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, woof, that would be a fun day.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chain.
Here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Volunteers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute that offense.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He's got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly, as this has been way too easy.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, it's St. Clair. They're setting up the screen. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the 1st quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin City limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. This could well be the biggest game we see all regular season, and this outcome promises to be a real talking point.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. To the ground with the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, and they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I mean, you can say that's a quarterback or you can call him a running back. I mean, goodness gracious, he's dropping back to throw the football, but when he sees a hole, his eyes get big and he just explodes through it. Everybody's trying to catch him, trying to get to him, just chewing up yards so easily.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. That touch pass went nowhere. Stop behind the line of scrimmage. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Turning it on! Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the 1st down, and stay on the field.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm really, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
He'll pull it on the read. Across the 45. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the ball's headed quickly to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. He's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Knight. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Surging forward on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Wants to throw on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
The play action fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. Second sack of the day, and maybe Joey Bosa and Chase Young and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point.
And when you mention those guys, when you watch the game, they always have their imprint on the game. They always dominated football games, and this guy's dominating the football game, single-handedly making that quarterback have to think, where is that guy? We better block him because he keeps hitting.
Nestled just inside that right upright.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver.
There he goes! And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down.
When you're a defensive lineman, you're trying to get underneath the offensive lineman as fast as possible, dive in there and create like a pile in the backfield where the quarterback can't move his feet. Because you see the quarterback on QB sneaks, grabs the football and tries to just keep his feet moving and just try to get an inch or a yard, whatever it takes. But the defensive linemen have to do a good job of getting in the backfield.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Looking for a man, it's St. Clair. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle, it's Fritz. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Going to try to get... breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. First down, they dial up the pass play. You're not able to get him on the ground, and now they've gotten another first down.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Bennett. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll go full wide. Twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. It's Knight. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
First down and more. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Volunteers are in the red zone. Makes the grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They've controlled the football on this drive. The 8th play will be a 3rd and 3. Off the RPO, complete. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. It's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Arkansas State looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Red Wolves. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Fires to the big fella. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. And the Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Lost one deep down the right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Looking to throw on third. Quickly complete. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Vols will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. First play of the drive is the end around. And the defense was ready when the receiver tried the tricky run.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this deep.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Snagged out of the air. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separated.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it
fires toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass. Shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. And it slips just inside that right upright. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get concerned.
Turning it on! The 10. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the punishment has been extended.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. he's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the point after is good. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Knight. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DB's not. This time you can tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the Vols will punt it away on 4th down. He'll take it on the return. He's brought down, but a real solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to the toss. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Might as well give it to him again. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So the first step of that was fine. They made the passing catch, but no yards, and they'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play, and they just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Wants to throw again. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Caught in the backfield, it sprints. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. grab behind the line. It's Rodgers. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Buckeyes are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Here comes the heat. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be dragged down. So here is the Tennessee offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Got his man down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a crease, it's Hamilton. Works his way to the 18-yard line. Not enough for the first down. They'll be facing 4th down. The Vols will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll mark it down at the 30. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to throw at St. Clair. It's complete on the right side. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Jones. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Buckeyes in the hurry up. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Mason. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Defense playing a bail technique. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes the grab down the left side. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense will take the field first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager. That's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Coaches talk about third downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass, nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
They booted away. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. So Ohio State's offense will take the field for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
Now, he was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a...
Turning it on! And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back. Past the 45. On the move at the 30. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27. The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's going to run it. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Brown wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the closest. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it...
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And this dude knows how to get after quarterbacks. Last week he had 3 sacks. He gets his first today. I'll tell you what, you better know where he is before the ball snapped every single play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They're working that left side. Give him 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll try the run. There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start, man. They're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Brown will throw it. Rushes on him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Holds it in and looking upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Finds his man. It's Mason. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. At the 35, he's loose. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Going to look downfield again. He makes a grab. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Now on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Brown wants to pass. Here's Here's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Hunt is on its way. He's got it. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Just a short pass to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his man. It's Mason. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Got it in the middle. It's Mason. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll leave it with him. Find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Out of the gun, the inside give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On the run, it's White. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? It'll be third and long. Brown will throw it. Bringing the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The Buckeyes are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. The run from the shotgun. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Buckeye! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Sometimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. And you know this coaching staff was hoping for more from their senior quarterback. They just haven't found any rhythm whatsoever in the passing game, and it's cost them on the scoreboard. They'll have to come from behind, and they'd love to get something going here.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Brown wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Carney. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Rogers. It's loose. Recovered by the defense. Off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. It's a seam wide open.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Bell. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Grab near the sticks. It's Roberts. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. And we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open route.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Running to the left. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. This senior has seen it all behind center over his career, but not much going so far. There's been next to zero execution in the passing game. They haven't taken care of the football, and they'll try to get something going, and they'll have to mount a rally. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the right. Makes the catch. It's Black. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, he's looking to throw. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give from the gun. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy.
Breaks free. And he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Northern Illinois, 7.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Turning it on! And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And the Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. The give to the back. At the 20, he's got space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Chargers.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
They'll open the second half on the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to ride this running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job at attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking downfield at St. Clair. Quick completion on the out. There he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to throw again. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Motion from the wideout. play action on first down. Pulls it in. It's Russo. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long to the 27. Run the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll move the wide receiver. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
The Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all, Briggs. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on a football field. A top 5 rivalry, and it's gone final. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll do it himself. Hard running there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. grab behind the line. It's Roberts. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bell. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The quick out. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Buckeyes are flying down the field. Wants to throw it. Looking to scramble. Takes the grab. It's Mason. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. The Huskies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Oh, and he can't hold the punch, and the ball's loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last two plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day, dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Got a man. It's Roberts. Turning it on. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to go up top on 1st down.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Leaves him with the running back. Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That's reeled in. It's Bell. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. That's caught. It's Bell. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Looking to buy time. Finds his big tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point in the game with a lead like they have is surprising.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. It's complete to the left.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And here comes the punt team. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Snagged in the middle, it's Jones. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. Started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll try the counter. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner will be knocked down. Great place to start for this offense. Power football with the run. Inside the 25. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They're trying to slam it in. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.